Solving linear equations. Properties of equality. We need to get ourselves familiar with these properties and name. The first one, here we have reflective property, means A is equal to A. That's pretty obvious. A is equal to A. The name of this property to support that is called reflective property. Number two, symmetric property. If A is equal to B, then B is equal to A. That's pretty obvious too. Transitive property. If A is equal to B, then B is equal to C, then A is equal to C. That should be pretty obvious also. So these were the properties of equalities. Combine like terms. Like terms are terms that have the same variables with the same exponents. That's exactly the same. So AB and AC are not like terms. You can look at some examples. Like terms. Negative 3x, 8x, minus 1/3 x. All of these are like terms. Next one, 6w squared minus 12w squared, these are all like terms. The ones that are not like terms are like x and x squared. They look kind of alike, but they're not the like terms. You cannot add them, you cannot subtract them. So 6xy and 2xyz, they are not like terms. Combining like terms, this would be an example. If I have 5a plus 7a, we can combine these two to 12a. It's kind of like I have 5 apples and 7 apples, so I'm going to add them up to 12 apples. That's pretty simple. Distributive property. For any real numbers a, b, and c, then we have a, then we have open parentheses, b plus c, we close the parentheses. You can write this as ab plus ac. You can distribute that. So this would be an example. If I have 3 outside of parentheses, I can distribute that and write it as 3x plus 3 times 5 would be 15. Now, I've seen a lot of time students combine these two together. Somehow they change it to 18x. They're not like terms. You cannot combine terms that are not alike. So if this is x, this must be x also in order to be able to combine them. Simplifying an expression, you can use the distributive property to remove any parentheses and combine like terms. So if I have 3 times x plus y plus 2y, I can distribute this 3. I get 3x plus 3y, and then I have 2y here. Now I can combine like terms. I have 2 like terms here, 3y and 2y. That adds up to 5y. I'm going to write this 3x right next to that. They're not like terms anymore. Solve linear equations. A linear equation in one variable is an equation that can be written in a form ax plus b is equal to c, where a, b, and c are real numbers, and a cannot be equal to 0. So this would be an example of linear equation. The solution to an equation is the number that, when substituted for a variable, makes the equation a true statement. So we always have to check and see if what we solve is a true solution. Additional property of equality: if a is equal to b, then a plus c is equal to b plus c. This is really, really important property that allows us to solve equations. It says if a is equal to b, then I can add any number to both sides of the equation. So this would be a good example here. X minus y is equal to -10. If I want to solve this for x, I need to isolate x. So I need to add 4 to both sides of the equation. If I add 4 to both sides of the equation, then I would get x is equal to negative 10 plus 4, which is equal to negative 6. So negative 6 is the solution. You can check your answer, plug it back into for x. You get negative 6 minus 4 is equal to negative 10. Multiplication property of equality. If a is equal to b, then ax is equal to bx. This is also a very important property because it allows us to solve equations. I'm allowed to multiply any number I want to both sides of the equation. This would be a good example. 12y is equal to 15. Okay, I want to eliminate this 12. This is the coefficient of my variable y. To eliminate 12, I need to multiply 12 by its reciprocal. What's the reciprocal of 12? 1 over 12, right? If I have a over b, the reciprocal of that is what? B over a. Now, when I multiply a number times this reciprocal, you notice that I would get 1 as a result. So in this case, the coefficient is 12, or 12 over 1. Its reciprocal is 1 over 12. If I multiply any number times its reciprocal, I would get 1 as a result. So there I have it. 1 over 12 times 12, that gives me just 1. 1 times y, that's how I would isolate y. So on the other side, I get 15 times 1 over 12. I can reduce that to 5/4. Take a look at another example. Solve the equation. Negative 1 over 4x equal to 3/4. Look what we're trying to do. We're trying to isolate x. To do that, I need to eliminate the coefficient minus 1 over 4. What's the reciprocal of this? Would be negative 4 over 1. Don't forget the negative. Some of you just said 4. Would be negative 4 over 1, right? Because we also want to eliminate that minus. So now this would be equal to 1. So that's why I need to multiply the both sides of the equation here by negative 4 times negative 1 over 4. That would give me 1. Does that make sense? So we'll multiply both sides of the equation by negative 4. So here we get x equal to negative 3 when I reduce this. I can check my answer. Negative 1/4 times negative 3 is equal to 3/4.